Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of the Disney Dining Show, coming to you from the Bob Varley Studio in Orlando, Florida. I'm your host, Pete Werner, joined this week by my good friends, Denny Sunderly.
Hey there.
And our producer, Mr. Corey Fiasconaro.
Hey, everybody.
And this week, we are going to talk about... Actually, no, I'm going to do a plug this week. I have to have a discussion with you folks about the diabolical nature of the man who owns Magic Candle Company. Okay?
Yes.
This guy's a machine. His name's Keith, right? And Keith is a machine.
Yeah.
And, he came out with, right as the COVID stuff was hitting, he came out with the hand sanitizers, which are amazing. Okay? I have so many of them. They're in my car, they're in my man bags, they're everywhere. Right? Everywhere in this house right now. You can find those little 20 ml hand sanitizers. They're great. They fit right in your pocket. And the fragrances in them are amazing. Usually, I don't care about fragranced hand sanitizers, but this stuff is unreal. So, and just for full disclosure, even though he is an advertiser for the DIS and these shows, I have a solid rule that I don't talk about anything I don't pay full price for. So everything I get from Magic Candle Company, I pay for, right? I pay the same thing you do. I get no breaks. Maybe my stuff gets shipped out a little faster, but that's about it. And I have 3 cabinets in my kitchen full of candles from Magic Candle Company. And then he comes out, he texted me yesterday. By the way, we just added hand soaps. I'm like, you're killing me. I think my exact text was, you're killing me, Smalls. Because I love hand soap. I love hand soaps, right? I'm really big on fragranced hand soaps. I'm gay. I'm 55. It's what we do. And so, okay, well, now I've got to buy, a gross ton of hand soaps from this man to try them out. But the plug, magiccandlecompany.com, code is DisneyInfo to save 15% at checkout. And, I don't know what else this man's going to come up with. I don't know what else. I told him he should start doing a line of colognes and perfumes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there you go.
Inspired by these scents. I think that, because again, a cologne, I like smells. I'm a smell guy.
Yeah.
Oh, and the wax melts. The wax melts are amazing. I've got wax melt burners now all throughout the house. And African Lodge is unbelievable. Flying Over India.
Oh, my goodness.
That jasmine.
I love that scent.
Every time I walk into a room and that's burning, I'm like, oh, okay. So, yeah, magiccandlecompany.com, code DisneyInfo saves you 15%. All right. So this week we are going to talk about the best dining at the value resorts, Disney's value resorts. Of course, those are All-Star Sports, All-Star Music, All-Star Movies. Technically speaking, we have to include Art of Animation in there, even though the vast majority of rooms at Art of Animation are $300 a night because they're all family suites, with the exception of the Mermaid Wing, Little Mermaid Wing, and those are standard value rooms. So technically, we have to include Art of Animation in this discussion, but I'm doing so with a little asterisk after it. Art of Animation, very popular because, these rooms sleep more than 4 people. So, and yes, if we're, for me, if we're looking at the values with Art of Animation included, Art of Animation's food court wins hands down. I think it could possibly be the best food court of any resort, value, moderate, or deluxe, at Walt Disney World. They really did a complete change in the format of their food courts. Why it hasn't carried over more to the other ones is surprising to me. But like I said, Art of Animation, I have to put a little asterisk after it because of the fact that its average price per night is going to run in the $300 range. It is not out of the question for those rooms during busier times of the year over the holidays to run for $400 a night for the family suites, not for the Mermaid Wing. But there's more family suites than there are rooms in the Mermaid Wing. So that's why I put the asterisk after it. If we're not looking at Art of Animation, there is only one choice for me, and that is All-Star Movies. And there is one main reason why this is true. Can any of you tell me why?
The secret menu, most likely.
The secret menu.
Absolutely.
The coolest thing. I think it's the Rialto counter that you go up to.
No, the Roxy.
The Roxy?
I'll look that up. Hang on. Go ahead.
You're staring at the food court. It's the furthest on the one furthest on the right. And you say you want to see the secret menu, and they bring out a briefcase. Right? They open this briefcase, and there's a viewfinder in it. A Viewmaster, excuse me. You have to be of a certain age to know what the hell a Viewmaster is. And you put the Viewmaster up, and it shows the items on the secret menu. Those included, the last time I checked, it was that foot-long bacon chili cheese dog. It was a bacon cheeseburger on with a glazed donut as the bun. And then there was something else. I forgot what the third one was. But I didn't care. The third one didn't really appeal to me, whatever it was. But, the chili bacon cheese dog, and you're going to put, I don't care what you put on a glazed donut, I'm in. So, but that, again, why that is so popular for the people who know about it. Why more of the food courts and restaurants and quick service places haven't done that is beyond me. Denny, what are your thoughts?
Real quick, it is the Roxy counter. It is, and as you can see, the cast member showing it to us at the time is just as happy as she can be. Like, they're tickled by the fact that they get to do this little secret menu thing with the Viewmasters. So definitely go there and ask. So for me, and I know the asterisk needs to be affixed to the end of it, but for me, it is Landscape of Flavors at Art of Animation Resort. This is a place that my husband and I will go to as locals for a meal in the evening. Like, we just kind of go, don't feel like cooking, let's head over to Art, and we'll make our way over there. And so my husband had his little heart broken here recently with Landscape of Flavors. They have taken the build your own pasta option off of the menu.
Have they really?
They have. And that was his favorite thing. And so he really stood there just longingly looking at things going, I can't believe this. And some of the cast members were like, yeah, we know, I'm sorry. So please, if you're on the food and beverage team at Art of Animation, please consider bringing that back, because that was just such a great thing. So my favorite is the Mongolian grilled fish. I get that every time that I head over there for dinner. It is freshly made. The chef is right behind the counter in the prep kitchen. It's green beans, a seasonal risotto, and I love risotto, so that risotto is so good. And that fish, it's not spicy. You hear the word Mongolian, and immediately I go to, oh my gosh, that's going to be super spicy. It's not at all. And you get a fresh piece of naan bread with it. And I'm all about my carbs. So anytime you give me bread, I'm going to be happy.
I really, really hate the skinny people that brag about their carbs.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Okay, this woman is 80 pounds soaking wet.
I am not.
I love my carbs. In the meantime, I'm sitting here like turning into Jabba the Hutt.
Whatever.
trying to get back into a low carb lifestyle.
Yeah.
And then we talk about shows like this where I'm talking about bacon cheeseburgers on glazed donuts. Why am I fat?
No. They also have a really cool option at breakfast. You can build your own yogurt parfait using a bunch of different toppings. That same build your own yogurt parfait bar changes over to build your own salad. Of course, you're not building it yourself. You're asking the cast member, you're letting that cast member know what you would like on your salad or your parfait. But it's just really neat. Anytime that you get an option to customize your meal at a food court is a great option.
Yeah.
So it's art for me all the way.
All right. What about you, Fiasco?
So I'm going to have to go with the asterisks as well. Landscape of Flavors was also my jam because of that build your own pasta bar that unfortunately, like Denny mentioned, is
Well, now we know why they took it away.
Yeah.
Because they wanted him to stop coming in.
Exactly. But that was, I was telling Denny earlier, that was the first time I ever tried pesto pasta, which is now one of my favorite foods of all time. I grew up a very picky eater, always pasta and red sauce. And then one trip to Disney, we were at Landscape of Flavors, and Haley got pesto, and I got my pasta with red sauce, and I made her trade with me. And then...
Okay, here's what I don't understand. Your last name is Fiascanaro.
Yeah.
And that was your first time trying pesto.
Yep, I know. And my last name is Fiascanaro, and I also don't like cheese that much, so...
Don't like cheese at all.
Yeah, and that's another thing. So I'm always very outspoken about liking all-star music and movies. Just like before I got DVC, I used to joke those are my home resorts because that's always where we would go on vacation. But I was never really like a huge fan about the food courts. They're like very basic options aside from that secret menu. And of course, the items on that secret menu are very much cheese-inspired things: cheeseburger, cheese hot dog. So nothing that really applies to me. I don't know if, like, I'm sure that if you asked, hey, could you make this bacon burger without cheese, they would probably do it for you. But I never went ahead and tried to get that modified. But Landscape of Flavors, being able to order your own pasta like that, so yes, please bring it back, was right up my alley. But also there they have a plant-based vegetable stir-fry that is also a really, really good plant-based option. So if you are into plant-based options, I would say definitely check that out there next time you're heading over.
You know, it also occurs to me that if we're going to talk about, we have one show about the dining options, the moderates, and doing this about the value resorts. It's really important to point out that the options that we're looking at here and are significantly different than they were 10 years ago. Because I want to tell you, 10 years ago, I don't care what food court you went to. They were shoveling crap. It was awful, 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 awful. Once in a while, you get something good. But they've really, really upped their game. And as we're having this conversation, I'm thinking about that. That even the ones we don't prefer. Well, look, I'm never, ever going to really feel good about the food court at a resorts whose initials are ass. I'm going to go eat at ass. But All-Star Sports, for those if that's going over your head. But it just reminds me that, there was a time, the early days of doing these shows especially, where food courts were just bad. And there was a time back in the 90s where all the food at Walt Disney World was bad. I mean, you really were hard-pressed to get a good meal. It was all crappy theme park food. And they have come so far in the last 20 years. And where the food courts are concerned, they've gotten a lot more creative. I really haven't had bad food court food in a long time. There are ones I prefer more. There are ones I think that are more imaginative. that have better options, but really, they're not what they were. I mean, you take a look, the Mara over at Animal Kingdom Lodge.
Incredible.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's up there with the best quick service you're going to find on property. I also have to give it to, even though we're talking about value resorts here, but got to give it to Gasparilla Grill at the Grand Floridian.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
And Captain Cook at Polynesian. I won't throw Roaring Forks in there, but I will throw, oh my God, at Wilderness Lodge,
A Whispering Canyon?
No. Out by the pool. Out by the pool.
Geyser Point?
Geyser Point. Wow. Senior moment.
Yep.
As places where, the level of food you're getting at some of these places now is so far above anything we could have imagined a decade ago. That's one area Disney World has really made progress. I used to, go out to Disneyland and do their quick service and be like, why can't we do this?
Yep.
And now it's like, okay, no, we can. And we did. They finally exported the recipes across country.
We still don't got Bengal barbecue, though.
We don't have Bengal barbecue.
That's a disappointment.
Now you're making me want to go.
And what was the other one? Was it like Whitewater Snacks or something?
Whitewater Snacks over at the Grand California.
It's gone now, though, right? I think it's gone.
Whitewater Snacks?
Yeah, I think that whole area got like renovated and refurbed, and I don't know if they kept it there with. I think it's gone now, or maybe it closed temporarily and it's back.
I don't imagine they. Oh, especially with the Disneyland fans? Are you kidding?
Yeah, that was
people
amazing
would have chained themselves to the door.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have to look. It's been a while since I've been back out there, but no, I just thought it was important in the context of this conversation to mention that even when we talk about what we prefer or what we don't like in terms of these food courts, they've all come a long way.
Absolutely.
Over the last decade. So, all right, folks, that's it. That's our discussion for dining options at the value resorts. That will do it for our show for this week. We hope you enjoyed it. See you again next week with another edition of the Disney Dining Show. Have a great week, everybody.